There was a video, guys, by Platinum WoW, uploaded a little while ago, says that's in the title of it is Warcraft's new Master Manipulator.
23, the new WoW expansion, War Within, was announced.
Smittler, thank you for the 4
and
months.
with it, they revealed that the character Xal'atath would be playing a large role within the narrative.
I don't even know. Man, I am so out of touch in the lore. I don't even know who the hell that is.
Will be led by someone we were first introduced to in Legion.
Oh, that's why.
Xal'atath.
I didn't play Legion.
A harbinger of the void.
Yeah, didn't play Legion.
Who the fuck is that? If you haven't been deeply in tune with Warcraft's narrative over the past 8 years, you will have no idea who this character is that has been built up since the Legion expansion. Hell, even if you've been playing the game since then, getting the full grasp of this character's story is difficult for most players. But in order to understand the full scope of her influence, you'll need to learn about the alarming amount of events this rogue servant of the old gods has took part in Warcraft's history. The history of this mysterious entity dates back to the Black Empire of the old gods. Xal'atath is a sentient blade whose exact origins are unknown. She is trapped within the weapon, and some of the more outlandish claims say that the dagger was crafted from the claw of the old god Yasharaj, or she is just a forgotten old god herself.
No, dude. No more old god. I mean, is it gonna be an old... It probably is gonna be an old god expansion, isn't it? Yeah, dude. It probably is, dude. God, man.
Pay for what was done to me long ago.
Probably made by the jailer.
The Black Empire would ultimately be crushed by the Titan Forged and their constructs, but Xal'atath eluded their imprisonment and began to influence the history of Azeroth in rather clever ways.
I long for the day our masters can truly pass into this realm.
Yeah, I will say, man, I am so lost in the WoW lore these days. I really am. It's confusing, man. Getting blasted by the Heart of Friendship was just a setback. In the South, probably. Yeah, it's very Disney. It very is Disney. But let's see the video, though.
The first event she influenced was in the ancient city of Zandalar. Within the troll capital of the world, Xando, a Gurubashi witch doctor, felt slighted after being outperformed by his rivals.
In the dance competition, or what? Wait, what?
This one shows promise.
That is when Xal'atath materialized, promising the meddling witch doctor indescribable power to outshine his foes. You see, Zandalar was almost a perfect environment for the trolls. They had everything. Lush jungles, plentiful food, dinosaurs, god dinosaurs, and the trolls were by far the biggest superpower on Azeroth.
Trolls are cool.
But there was just one place they could not go to. It was a large black mound of stone that no one was permitted to travel to because of its bad vibes.
Why don't you just not go then? Like, if you clearly own the entire world and you're farming, why don't you just leave this rock be? Is it just greed? Like, it's bad vibes. Half of the lore is either in the books or behind rep grind. I'm a retail Andy. I'm lost even after reading Shadow's writing, etc. Yeah, I will admit I've never read a WoW lore book, but I played a lot of World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3, right?
Obviously, Xal'atath convinced Xando to travel there.
Watch now, as a weak mind gives way to darkness.
Oh yeah, she also convinced him to sacrifice his followers there in a blood ritual, and also drive the blade deep into the stone.
Not the stone!
Turns out, it wasn't just a big black stone. It was an ancient old god monster called Kithix, and this event marked the beginning of the Aegir in Troll War. This Apple of Eden type of scenario is one of my favorite parts of Xal'atath's lore, and the dagger's influence would spark a series of events, like the trolls chasing the Aegir across Azeroth, some of them turning into night elves, and eventually blowing up the whole world.
Such
that kind of happens.
Even for a long-lived elf.
Now, did Xal'atath know that was going to happen? Probably not, but there was clear intentions to the chaos she caused.
Wait, so is the whole reason the world is like this, is that because of the trolls? I suppose so. The trolls fucked everything up.
is mention of Xal'atath being in the possession of the Naga for some time after the Great Sundering, but the details of this moment in history are currently unknown.
It took ages to make my return to the surface after the Sundering. The Naga can be so possessive of artifacts.
The next moment in history Xal'atath appeared, she helped by sending us into space to introduce us to today's sponsor. And oh my goodness, is that the USS Enterprise? Star Trek Fleet Command is an award-winning MMO where you get to explore the vast expanse of space with the most iconic characters from all of Star Trek's amazing franchises.
I have never seen Star Trek ever in my entire life.
In this free-to-play experience available on mobile and PC devices, you'll explore an open world participating in epic space battles with players all around the world where you have to
The only thing I know about Star Trek is that thing. The thing with the Spock or whatever. That's the only thing I know.
Your strategy to the test. Star Trek Fleet Command is constantly being updated, and in December, they're introducing a new wave defense mode, new missions, and my personal favorite addition, new characters like Luther, Sloan, Riker, and Diana. Now is the perfect time to become the commander of your own starship and jump into the game by scanning the QR code on your screen or clicking the link in the description down below.
Alright, I'll pause it right here, guys. If you want to scan the QR code for Platinum WoW right here, just giving you a few seconds. You're scanning it. Alright. Got it. Alright, cool. Let's continue. Yeah, I like them
items. Thank you, Star Trek Fleet Command, for sponsoring this video. Back to your regularly scheduled content. The next moment in history Xal'atath materialized was thousands of years later, specifically 230 years before the Dark Portal. At this
Warcraft 1.
moment in time in the Eastern Kingdoms, the tensions between the three dwarven clans was high as they fought over who would be the ruler of Ironforge. The Dark Iron clan was currently dwelling within the kingdom of Tharzan, led by Sorcerer Thane Tharzan and Empress Modgood. Modgood had a penchant for rare artifacts and had employed multiple treasure hunters to retrieve such prizes. One day, a Dark Iron dwarf handed her a mysterious cursed weapon named Xal'atath. The Empress spent several days locked in her chambers to discern the secrets of the weapon. After a few days, she left to go search for the treasure hunter who had given the weapon to her to ask some questions. But that is when she realized no one could find him. No one could remember his name, or even his face.
Oh shit.
Jump forward to the War of the Three Hammers, and Modgood uses the weapon in her assault of Grim Batol. The weapon cursed the city, unleashing dark apparitions on their foes and corrupting the dwarven fortress and her own soldiers. The Dark Iron dwarves most affected by this curse turned into the Skardan, animalistic cursed dwarves who run on all fours, can climb.
Have we ever seen these in the game? I've never.
Thanks for the great content in 2023, Goots. Keep it up next year.
Yo, thank you, Rubicars, for the 8 months. Thank you so much, Rubikurus. I don't think I've ever remember seeing this. It's cursed dwarves. Grim Batol. Yeah, I see. This is a Grim Batol. I see that.
Climb walls, have sharp teeth, scales, and stinky breath. Now these creatures have never been seen in-game and were originally supposed to be added in the Grim Batol dungeon in Cataclysm, but were later replaced by Trogs.
What a downgrade! What?
But we're late.
We could have gotten some cool ass like malformed dwarves, and we got like trogs, like rock trogs. Okay, Hook'em Horse, thank you for the 36 months. What?
Later replaced by Trogs. Still, there are a few items suggesting that they still exist in the universe, so perhaps we'll see them return in the War Within expansion. Back to Grim Batol. Kadros Wildhammer and his clan fought their way through the Cursed City, heading straight towards Modgood and confronting her personally.
Thank you.
But when they reached her, Modgood reached for the Cursed Blade.
Oh shoot.
Only to have it vanish from existence, sealing the Empress's fate. After Modgood and the Dark Iron's defeat, the remaining few fled, and in a desperate attempt to win the war, Sorcerer Thane Tharzan summoned Ragnaros and horribly underestimated the Fire Lord's power as he destroyed the city of Tharzan, created the Blackrock Mountain, lead sorcerer, and enslaved the rest of the Dark Irons.
Thank you.
Ragnaros was also under the influence of the Old Gods. So again, was this all part of Xal'atath's plan to spread the power of the Void across Azeroth?
No.
Maybe, I don't know. The next time in recorded history Xal'atath materialized was 230 years later when the Dark Portal opened. While the humans attempted to push back the rampaging orcs, they studied the strange dark magics their warlocks possessed. A human priest named Natalie Seline heard rumors that the orcs had a powerful forbidden blade and sought out the weapon. During this investigation, she would eventually find the weapon and...
The caterpillar has become the butterfly.
Okay, so it's like a blade infecting everybody.
She is all but ours now.
Immediately after touching Xal'atath, Natalie came to the conclusion that this was just far too powerful to be destroyed, and that she should keep it. You know, just like
Lord of the Rings.
Study it. That's all. Just study. Through the blade, Natalie was one of the first humans to learn how to wield the powers of the Void. And by the Second War, the priestess was using the weapon against the Horde invaders and teaching its power to her loyal followers. And while the Void is powerful, its corruption can also be all-consuming, and Natalie entirely forsook the powers of the light and fully enveloped herself in shadow. Her followers were led down the same dark path, and in their insanity, they believed that Natalie was hiding the blade's true power from them. Her followers killed the priestess in her sleep and stole Xal'atath, never to be seen again. But plot twist. Natalie actually pulled her spirit into the Void before she died, and years later her teachings of the Void would be discovered by the Forsaken, who started the cult of Forgotten Shadows. And they would later resurrect Natalie in the Legion expansion. But again, did Xal'atath plan for all this? Did she plan to fall into the hands of Natalie, teaching the humans the true power of the Void?
Dude, I'm getting hella jailer vibes, man. I'm getting like so many jailer vibes, it's insane. God damn it.
In spreading its corruption.
It was actually the jailer.
Maybe. I don't know. Speaking of Legion, that is the next time Xal'atath appeared, when Shadow Priests are sent to Tyr's Glades to obtain their artifact weapon. They are specifically sent to the Tomb of Tyr and slay a Twilight's Hammer cultist and use the blade to consume the essence of an old god minion.
Yes, the blade is right. I am unstoppable.
Surely.
With this weapon, I can do anything. Anything!
Weak and pitiful. The Twilight Father did not dare wield me, for he knew the price of failure. You, on the other hand, yes, I foresee us doing great things together. Take hold of my haft and I will aid you. For now.
Throughout the expansion, Shadow Priest players form a close bond with Xal'atath as they explore the Broken Isles and defeat the Legion. All the while, the Blade is whispering about the events taking place before them.
From birth, pit lords are oversized and stupid. Somehow, the Legion manages to magnify both traits.
What the fuck?
Suramar. Its noble citizens, greedily slurping at their world's very lifeblood. Really? These thugs of Sargeras are so interchangeable. This one is good with his axe. Oh, how unique. Can you taste it on the air? The sweet nectar of madness. Oh, this place is swollen with it.
And during this expansion, players would fall in love with the sultry talking blade, and Xal'atath would earn the name Naifu. Also Beyblade. At the end of the expansion, Sargeras...
Dude, you can't... It's a knife. You can't fix her. It's literally... It's literally a knife. Beyblade. Oh my god.
Stabs a giant sword into the world, and player characters drain the power of their weapons into the giant sword.
Wait,
to
there's
stop
a
its
sword?
corruption. And lore-wise, Xal'atath is either misplaced or disappears from the player character's possession. Somehow I'm not surprised. But in the next expansion, Battle for Azeroth, players can stumble upon a questline involving Xal'atath. Now, any class can do this questline, but Shadow Priests have unique voice lines with Xal'atath during these quests.
Strength failing. I need blood. Soul.
She doesn't need fixing, okay.
When they first find the blade, it's off a remote island of Stormsong Valley, and they must kill mobs to restore Xal'atath's power.
How glorious it is to be renewed. Though I haven't forgotten your callous misuse of me in Silithus. Such a waste of potential. It pleases me that we have a chance to spend more time together.
Dude. Okay.
You should know that of my many companions...
It's a knife.
You were my favorite.
Oh, you're just saying that, aren't you?
Oh, shit.
We will accomplish remarkable things together, you and I. Magnificent things. I realize it may be disconcerting to converse with a weapon. Be at ease. I merely wish to see you reach your full potential.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Is this why Bonnie went crazy with Torghast? I think he got infected by the Beyblade.
Xal'atath convinces the player to collect 3 artifacts to stop the Naga from conjuring a giant storm. This process involves killing a worshipper of the Void and possessing her body so Xal'atath can take a corporeal form.
Yes. Yes!
Okay.
It's been so long since I took a mortal form.
Okay.
This body is pleasing.
Dude.
Don't you think?
Okay.
I knew you were the right choice. Your strength and courage are...
Bro.
compelling. Once again, you prove deserving of my admiration.
It's a knife,
Such
guys.
a worthy champion.
Okay.
It is no mere coincidence that our paths intersect. You are meant to find me. I was meant to find
Don't do
you.
it, Platinum.
A grand destiny lies before us. Surely you sense it as well as I. Join me at the precipice of oblivion. There, the way will be opened.
Okay.
There, our path shall be revealed.
It's like a dating simulator now.
After collecting 2 other relics,
Okay.
Xal'atath sends players to the Shrine of Storms, where... Hey, wait. We collected these to stop the Naga, right?
Yeah.
Hear me, God of the Deep. I have brought you
Iscariot, you did not just type that. It's a knife.
the opener, the bringer of truths, the torch that lights the way.
Okay.
Honor our book. Free me to find my own fate.
Go. But the blade must remain.
Can't fix her, guys.
My will.
A fair exchange. Shadows guide you, my dear friend. We will meet again. I am certain of it.
Okay.
Is close at hand. That which was sunken shall rise.
Sauron.
All that was sleeping shall be awakened. Receive my gift and see all truth before you.
Okay. Ah! Flashbang!
Turns out, Xal'atath actually tricked us into collecting the relics to fully separate her soul from the blade of the Black Empire. And
No, so you're telling me the evil blade, who's been betraying people all the time, betrayed us? No.
cursing us with the gift of N'Zoth, which doesn't actually do anything other than a cool visual effect and some whispers of the old god infiltrating our mind. Later,
What do you mean you... It's a weapon within a video game. She's not... First...
on in BFA, Xal'atath, the blade, not the lady, falls into the possession of the Horde. Then
Okay.
Tunathanos Blightcaller, then the Queen Ajara, then Wrathion, who then used it to defeat N'Zoth. Does that sound like a whirlwind of story? Yeah, it is, and it's far
It's too
too
much.
complicated to expand upon right now. Point is, after the defeat of N'Zoth, Xal'atath,
Oh God,
the
that's
blade, not the
cinematic.
lady, has disappeared once again. So, Xal'atath the lady and Xal'atath the blade have been lurking in the background, and finally, in the new expansion, War Within, Xal'atath will be returning as one of the
Oh,
main
shit.
antagonists.
Okay.
And trust me, I'm looking forward to see her return, but I think Xal'atath also highlights a very strong weak point in WoW's storytelling. The storytelling of Xal'atath is told to players in the Legion expansion, which came out 8 years ago, and is only told to one of the 36 specializations in the game.
Like through a quest, and that people literally don't care about. People just speedrun through quests like that, they don't read any of it.
And then her story is continued in the next expansion with an optional quest that can easily be missed.
Kind of silly, yeah.
You only know about the presence of Xal'atath if you are a highly specific player or you seek information about WoW lore.
Yeah, a highly specific player that reads every quest. Like I would highly assume most people that have done this quest on a priest probably never read the quest even, right?
Like watching this video.
Yeah, that's me. That's you guys.
Thanks for watching, by the way.
Oh, you've gathered quite the group of followers.
Oh.
Hey, Guzu.
Hello.
Do you think we will get any sexy and seductive weapons in the upcoming SOD phases?
No, I don't think we're gonna get any seductive... What is that question? Clive. Unbelievable. I'll link it here, guys. Here's the video from Platinum Mall. Very, very interesting video, though. I mean, I don't know. It seemed... I have never, ever heard of that character before, like right now. And that's gonna be like the main protagonist. But, I mean, I guess we'll see how it ends up with all the lore and everything like that, right?